What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 10 of NoFap. Time is 8:34 a.m. I'm on my way to the gym for back and bicep day. Almost there, actually. But it's one of those days where I really didn't want to get up. It's one of those days where I really didn't want to go to the gym. I didn't feel like it. But because I said to myself, I'm going to the gym every single day except for Sundays. I'm going to the gym every single day. And I got up and did it. Despite how I feel, I did it anyway. It's one of those days. One of those days where that quote comes in handy. Of, despite how I feel, I'm going to do it anyway. Because I have to perform. I have to be true to my word. I have to stick to my word my word has to be iron. I wouldn't be a man if my word wasn't iron. And not being a man is unacceptable. And that made me realize something. I don't know if I've ever said out loud that I'm never looking at that kind of content again. I've always given advice about, strategies to not look at that stuff. I've always said, it's very difficult, it's hard, but we're going to be on NoFap. But I don't know if I've ever said that out loud to either you or to even myself, to make sure that is iron. I've never made that claim. And as somebody that wants to live his life true to his word, I think it would be responsible, and I think it would be the right thing to do to say it out loud. Not only to keep myself accountable as a man, but also to have you guys keep me accountable, which is what you guys do. But if I don't say it out loud and on camera, I don't feel like it makes me feel like I'm afraid to say that if I don't say it right now. So, that being said, I gotta stop saying that word or that phrase. But, that being said, I will never look at that kind of content again. I'm never going to relapse ever again. And my word is iron. And I'm a man, which means I will stay true to my word. So, I'm never going to relapse again. Now you have to hold me to it. And I have to hold myself to it. Because the last thing I want to be is a liar. Somebody that can't be trusted. Somebody whose word is flimsy. Who just says things, doesn't mean them. To me, that's the ultimate kind of shame. So, I'll stake that. I'll stake the entire journey on this. Stake the entire NoFap journey on this. My word is iron. It has to be. So, now, I am going to head to the gym, work out, back and biceps, check it out, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
What's up, everybody? We're back. It's really hot right now in my room. I'm sweating like crazy. I just turned the fan off. To shoot this vlog, and I immediately started sweating. But yeah, let's get into what happened today. So today, after the gym, went home, ate, and then got immediately to work. Analyzing ads, going through what works and what doesn't. And I also got some tips from my business community to, look at other ads that aren't what I sell, which is pet stuff, because I might be able to find something useful or see what else works, maybe revamp my store to not be a pet store. But yeah, I spent a majority of the time going through ads, and I actually was able to stay super focused because of caffeine. I drank, I think, 3 cups of coffee today, and I have another cup right there, another half full cup of coffee. I'm actually gonna take a sip of. But I understand now why businessmen always have a cup of coffee in their hands, because I have a lot more energy and it keeps me, I'm actually like focused. I was like razor focused when I was doing work. However, for the most of the day I was doing that, and then I realized that like my mind and my eyes are like I'm awake, but my body felt really tired. And I didn't do my push-ups, hourly push-ups today, because when I tried to do my hourly push-ups today, my chest felt a sharp pain. And it wasn't like a nerve pain. It was like a soreness pain. So I don't know where that came from. It might be because of all the push-ups I did yesterday, but or maybe something I did at the gym today. But my chest was extremely sore today. So I was like, you know what? Let's give it a rest, because tomorrow is chest and tricep day. So I rested from the push-ups today. But I felt my body becoming extremely tired. Like, it's heavy to move around in my body today. It was heavy to move around in my body today. And I'm awake. Like, I'm not tired in the sense that I want to go to bed. Like, my eyes are heavy. Like, I'm wide awake. My body is tired. So it was difficult. It was difficult to do physical things today, which is interesting. And I have a feeling it might be food related, because I'm not intaking the amount of food. Like, I'm exerting a lot of energy, but what I'm eating is bacon and eggs in the morning, and then one steak, which is great for when I'm losing weight, but I do think I want to start bulking a little bit. So I might add an extra steak for dinner. That's a lot of food, though. I might want to disperse it throughout the day, but I do want to add another steak just so that I can start bulking and maybe not feel like this sluggish. And I've noticed the sluggishness start when I started doing 50 push-ups and 20 bicep curls every hour. So that's interesting. But yeah, I think I just need to eat more food, because my body feels very, very sluggish. NoFap today was easier. I'm not going to say it was like easy, like as easy as the few days ago, but it was easier than yesterday and the day before. And I think it was because of all the work I did, all the coffee I had, and I actually took some time, maybe like 2-3 hours, just to rest. I think especially rest my body, but yeah, I took some time away from the computer, sang a little bit, took some time back on the computer just to catch up with the old friends, see what they were doing, because I still see their messages, so I wanted to see how they were doing, if they're doing all right. And then, just watch some videos, not to kill, well, not to kill time actually, but just to relax. Do something, watch something enjoyable, do something enjoyable, which is sing. And then, yeah, it was a pretty enjoyable day with some pretty decent amount of work being done. But yeah, I think that was good for my body and my mind. But anyway, yeah. Let's get to the questions and comments. Here comes some tough love. You have too much free time and get bored with hours of useless brooding over your ads. You could also use some self-sufficient income. You don't need a new recreational skill or hobby. You need to get a job. It could be a work from home or flexible part-time work, so you'd be available for auditions, callbacks, and acting jobs. You can go to the gym at any time of the day. As a trained actor, you know how to sell yourself, so get out and interview. Each job search would be something to occupy, even the job search would be something to occupy your time and mind. I have actually tried for a few months to get a job. Before the whole business thing, before even doing these vlogs again, I spent months trying to get a job. And I wanted to get a job in the food industry doing like waiting. Well, I wanted to wait tables. I wanted to bus tables. I wanted to be a server. And I applied for a lot of restaurants around my area and even like really far from me. But I applied for a lot of restaurants. I knew I wanted to be a server because I wanted to work tips. That's I wanted to work for tips basically. And it's also the best like survival job you can get as an actor. So I wanted to be a server. I wanted to be that, because all the work from home jobs that I looked up I'm not qualified for. They're looking for people that have been trained in a certain skill that I do not have. It's difficult because my skill set is purely entertainment. When at the time it was purely entertainment. But I had a few interviews here and there, some over Zoom, some in person, and I think what got in the way of me getting hired was because of flexibility for auditions. Because a lot of the time, they understood, like, I was an actor, it's LA, people are actors. What they couldn't understand, and what probably stopped me from getting a job was them telling me, hey, if you get it's totally fine if you get an audition, but if you get an audition, it has to be 2 to 3 days or a week notice. Like other restaurants had different windows, but it was never a immediate notice and then we'll try to find somebody to cover for you, or you got to call everybody you got to call somebody to cover for you. It was either 2 to 3 days or a week, which is a problem because whenever my agent gives me something, I think over 50% of the time, it's usually due the next day. Like the audition if it's a self-tape, it's usually due the next day. And sometimes he sends it to me at night so I don't shoot because I want daylight to be more professional. And then if it's not a self-tape and it's in person, usually it is the next day is the audition. So when they're my employers, they're going to be my intentional employer. I'm going to be honest with them. And I told them like that's going to be very difficult because I have an agent. He gives me jobs, and over 50% of the jobs that I get, the auditions are usually the day immediately after he sends it to me. So I told him like that would be a problem. And I tried to compromise as much as I could, but I think that was I think that was a deal breaker for them because scheduling is annoying. I can totally understand that. If I was in charge of people and then somebody said last minute, it's like, hey, I know I'm on for today, or I know I'm on for tomorrow, but you need to find somebody to cover for me. And I totally get that. I could also be the one, I told them like I could be the one to try and find somebody to cover for me for last minute, and they kind of well, nobody hired me. So yeah, it was definitely a very discouraging time. And I could go back on the job hunt. I could. Um, but I'll be honest, like, I just want to get better at business if I'm going to have a sort of self-sufficient income. I just want to get better at business. I to be my own boss, to not have to, like, when it all rides on me, when the whole ship goes down with me, I feel more sense of responsibility, and therefore that's why I brood over my ads. Is because I analyze my ads. I analyze ads. That's second thing. That's the second most important thing when you're selling a product, is your advertisements, is your creatives. And so that's why I brood over my ads. It's because I want to know what will work and what won't, and what's working for other people, and every single angle they use to convince people to buy their product, which translates into my acting world. Like I said a few days ago, like I was talking to a friend because she's an entertainer, and I was talking a bunch of business stuff to her that I just learned a few months ago. So I can tell I'm already getting way better at business, and if I find the right product, and create the right ads, then I could end up making thousands of dollars. But you're not wrong in that the job search would be something to occupy my time. And also having a job would be able to occupy my time. So best way I can answer to that is just, I'll think about it. And also have to think about what I want to work. But anyway, that being said, I am going to go to bed. I'm going to go to bed immediately after this. I might go into the shower and rinse because I already showered today. I'm just going to rinse because of how sweaty I am, because of how hot it is in this place. But yeah, I think, did I say that my parents were coming this weekend? My parents are coming this weekend, so I'm probably not going to vlog while they're here, just because it's awkward. I feel a lot safer, like, vlogging without them being, like, within earshot, because they'll wonder, like, what's going on. But yeah, it'll be a nice break. And I know I'm probably going to break my diet just so I can eat with my parents, if I can help it. No, sorry, that's not the right English. I probably won't break my diet if I can help it. But I do want to eat with my parents because I do enjoy talking with them. They have a lot of insight on business stuff as well as investing and all of that stuff. Things that I want to learn from them. So I do want to have meals with them. They don't normally talk about stuff like that outside of a meal. So I would like to talk with them about that. But anyway, gosh, my voice just broke. That's what I get for singing. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Thank you all for watching. Stay strong. Stay focused. I'm with you guys. I know you guys are with me. Peace.